Hello, everyone. So, I guess today it's gonna be my first official episode, right? Because usually I don't think you guys have heard my voice yet. Um, I'm trying to make it real sexy, like, but that's not really how it sounds. So welcome to Have a Cup of Johanny. Johanny is me, and when you have a cup, that means that you're gonna get to hear a lot about how my mind works, right? And then the things that just like irk me and trigger me. One of those things happened today. I try to stay away from Facebook. I really do because yeah, it's nothing good there for the most part. For the most part, not all the time, but for the most part. Um, so I guess I should thank it for my inspiration because a lot of it, when it comes to my nonfiction articles and write ups, they usually come from there because it's just so much misconception. But let me get to the point. Um, so, one thing that I'm kind of just like sick of is these leaders, right? I'm in the army, right? But these leaders that just find it okay to pass on their abuse and their mistreatments to their subordinates, and pass it on as they're old school. They're part of the old school crew, or they're hoahh, or they're tough, and because I had to do this as a private, then I'm gonna make my subordinates do it too. Kind of like a rites of passage, right? Like a thing that one must do to prove how hoahh and tough one is. And to me, that is just is so dumb, for a lack of a better word. It's so dumb. I had to paint rocks in Fort Bragg. Why would I make somebody do that when there's no point to painting rocks? Why? Just for shits and giggles, just because it was done to me? It's dumb. It's like me saying I'm going to pass on my trauma to my child because it made me who I am. So because I was poor and abused, I'm going to make my child poor and abuse him as well. So that way he can be just as tough as me. Do you see how dumb that shit sounds? Yeah. That's how those leaders that say those things sound to me. It doesn't pass the common sense rule to me. And I urge you guys to question things that just don't make sense. It's like I can't believe I sometimes have to say these things, but if it's not productive, if it's not conducive to growth, to nourishment, to bringing people together, why are we doing it? Is it moving the unit forward? Is it moving the mission forward? Is it making the soldiers grow and the unit as a whole? Is it legal? Is it moral? A lot of the times we don't question these things. And we get into this mindset of, I'm doing it because I was told to do it, or I'm doing it to others because it was done to me. And most likely they're not going to say it in that way, but that's what it is behind those words of being tough, being old school, being hoahh, going off of traditions that are so archaic and have passed so many years already, and people have changed, environments have changed, that it's like if we're not changing with it, we really are pushing people back and we're not really moving forward. So again, what are we doing? If we're stagnant, we're not growing. If we wish to hold on to the past and to things that just don't work anymore, we're not growing. And that's why those comments just get to me, because they're short-sighted. They're not looking past and beyond the generations that will stay here in the army after we're gone. When you look, I'm one of those old folks now. I hate to say it this way. I feel so young, but I'm one of those old folks now. That my count is going on. I have single digit years left, so I want to leave this army to another generation, a better generation that will continue to move things forward in a new direction, in a better direction, and make things better. I wouldn't want them to suffer how I suffer. I wouldn't want them to do the same things that I did or the same mistakes I did. I want them to do things better, to surpass me, and make this army, the organization, the people, everything better. Because at the end, that's why we're here for. We're not here to hold people back. We're not here to be better than our subordinates. We're here to make them better than us. I think that's our job as leaders.